335 meters long, weighing about 100,000 tons. That's about 24 stories high. This ship can carry aircraft and technologies that exist today, as well as those we haven't even dreamed of yet. A shadow crosses the waves. Not a ship, but a city of steel. It moves with quiet determination, powered by nuclear energy and operated by thousands of sailors. This is the USS Gerald R. the most advanced aircraft carrier ever built by the United States. For almost 50 years, the Nimitz class dominated the oceans, massive nuclear carriers that turned the sea into sovereign territory. They were masterpieces of engineering, but even masterpieces age. Built during the Cold War era, these ships were designed for a world of analog instruments, steam catapults, and operations where humans played the key role. By the early 2000s, the world had changed. Fighters had doubled in weight, radar systems demanded more power, and digital warfare was rewriting all the rules. The U.S. Navy faced a growing problem. Old systems could not cope with the challenges of the future. Every launch required colossal energy, maintenance costs were rising, and crew fatigue was accumulating. What was once a symbol of unstoppable power began to burden the very forces it was meant to protect. The Navy faced a choice: continue patching up a legend or risk building something entirely new. A faster, cleaner, more intelligent vessel capable of not just entering the digital age, but dominating it. The answer came in 2005, deep within the shipyards of Newport News, Virginia. Engineers, naval architects, and nuclear reactor specialists began developing something so advanced that almost every system had to be created from scratch. Thus emerged the USS Gerald R. the first aircraft carrier built for the digital era. It wasn't just bigger, it was smarter. Nearly $13 billion and over 20 million man-hours went into creating a ship capable of serving for half a century. Every detail, from the nuclear heart powering the vessel to the elevators moving weaponry, was reimagined for the sake of speed, efficiency, and precision. At its core are two A1B nuclear reactors, producing 25% more energy than the Nimitz systems. This meant not only greater power for propulsion, but also the capacity to utilize advanced weaponry, railguns, directed energy systems, and next-generation radars. But the most visible revolution took place on the flight deck. Steam catapults, which had launched planes for decades, became a thing of the past. They were replaced by the electromagnetic aircraft launch system, EMALS. Silent, smooth, and surprisingly precise. Using controlled pulses of electromagnetic energy, it launched aircraft faster, smoother, and with far less stress on both pilots and machines. The Gerald R. was not just another aircraft carrier. It was a platform for the future, built for technologies the world had not yet even invented. From above, the flight deck seems like chaos. Jet engines roar, personnel in multicolored vests scramble, and the ocean wind tears through the noise. But on the USS Gerald R. this chaos is transformed into a honed rhythm, faster, quieter, and more efficient than ever before. At the foundation of this precision is EMALS, the electromagnetic launch system that replaced decades of steam technology. Instead of valves, pistons, and pressure gauges, the Ford uses magnetic fields to throw aircraft into the sky. Every launch is controlled by a computer, perfectly adjusting to the weight and type of the aircraft. Pilots describe it as a smooth acceleration rather than a violent jolt. The result? More launches per hour, fewer maintenance issues for the aircraft, and significantly less strain on the flight deck structure. When planes return, another innovation comes into play. The Advanced Arresting Gear AAG. Its digital energy absorption system can stop everything from a fighter weighing 27,215 kilograms to a light drone with surgical precision. Together, EMALS and AAG form a launch and recovery loop so precise that it is already ready to service aircraft the Navy hasn't even built yet. Automation permeates the entire vessel. Magnetic elevators move munitions twice as fast. Sensors track the status of thousands of components in real time. Even the island, the command tower on the deck, was shifted back to give pilots more runway and improve visibility for operators. Every inch of the Gerald R. Ford is designed with one goal: to make the impossible look easy. For all its brilliance, the USS Gerald R. Ford did not enter history smoothly. It stumbled. The revolution at sea promised by the shipyard quickly collided with reality. Early tests were plagued with failures. EMALS failed right in the middle of launches. Elevators got stuck, software crashed. Congress demanded explanations regarding a ship that cost more than a dozen destroyers combined. Sailors who made up the Ford's first crew recalled sleepless nights spent trying to force systems to work that refused to cooperate. One engineer described it as training a machine that doesn't want to learn. By 2019, the headlines were merciless. Billions over budget, years behind schedule. To many, it seemed the Ford would become a cautionary tale, a monument to ambition that had outpaced common sense. But in the ship's command centers and workshops, the story was different. The engineers did not retreat. They rewired, recalibrated, and ran test after test. Every failure became data, every glitch a lesson. Gradually, the chaos began to submit to order. In 2022, after more than 8,000 successful test launches, the Ford was deemed ready for deployment. A year later, it set off for the Mediterranean Sea on its first full mission, no longer as an experiment, but as proof that persistence can overcome skepticism. The Gerald R. Ford finally earned its place, not as a perfect machine, but as a triumph of human endurance and engineering faith. When the USS Gerald R. Ford finally entered service, it changed not only the U.S. Navy, it forced the entire world to rethink the very concept of naval power. For decades, the U.S. dominated the seas through quantity. Now, they redefined dominance through technology. The Ford's digital systems, autonomous launch mechanisms, and unsurpassed power became a wake-up call. Within months of its sea trials, global rivals accelerated their own projects. In China, the Fujian, Type 003, also equipped with electromagnetic catapults, began trials. The UK expanded the Queen Elizabeth class for full integration of the F-35B. Japan's Izumo and Kaga began retrofitting to operate stealth fighters. Even traditional powers like France and Italy rushed to modernize their carrier fleets. The Ford brought with it not just new hardware, it introduced a new logic of war. An aircraft carrier was no longer just a floating runway. It became a digital node linking satellites, aircraft, and submarines into a single data network. Its role expanded from launching fighters to coordinating entire networks of AI, guided systems, and unmanned vehicles. And beyond the military sphere, its ripple effect spread to science and industry. Technologies developed for the Ford, advanced materials, energy storage, and electromagnetic propulsion began to influence civilian engineering, from renewable energy grids to maglev trains. The message was clear. Military innovations no longer live in the shadow of the Cold War. They are shaping the architecture of the future. But the Ford is just the beginning. In the same shipyard where its hull was born, sparks are already flying for its future successors, the USS John F. Kennedy, CVN-79, and the USS Enterprise, CVN-80. Each of them refines what the Ford began: even greater efficiency, powerful automation, and built-in adaptability for the technologies of tomorrow. These carriers will launch not just airplanes, they will control autonomous drones, coordinate laser defense systems, and utilize electronic warfare capabilities able to disable enemy sensors before a missile is even fired. Their colossal energy reserves, sufficient to light an entire city, are designed with the next generation of directed energy weapons in mind. But a subtler evolution is also underway: intelligence, artificial intelligence. Future carrier groups may be managed by AI systems capable of predicting threats, managing logistics, and coordinating attacks faster than any human command team can react.
The battlefield is no longer defined by firepower. Now it depends on foresight. And yet, despite the algorithms, the Ford class still relies on something no machine can replicate: human resolve. Every sailor, engineer, and pilot on board is a reminder that war is waged not by technology, but by man. In a world of automation and autonomy, this may well be the Navy's greatest weapon. From molten steel to nuclear energy, from failure to triumph, the USS Gerald R. Ford is more than a ship. It is proof that innovations are not born overnight. They are forged through persistence, doubt, and the courage to keep building, even when the whole world is watching you fail.